Welcome to biologyexamsforyou.com. Today we are going to discuss about the difference between housekeeping genes and luxury genes. What are housekeeping genes? Housekeeping genes are constitutive genes that are expressed in all types of cells of a multicelled organism. The proteins coded by these genes are involved in essential cellular activities. Let us take an example to understand what is a housekeeping gene. Here the example is the enzyme hexokinase that is involved in glycolysis. Glycolysis, as you all know, it's a part of respiration, the energy releasing process that takes place in all cells and is essential for cell survival. So you can see in all these cells, bone cells, nerve cells, RBC, smooth cell, all these cells are having this gene hexokinase that is involved in glycolysis, converting glucose to glucose 6-phosphate in the first step. This gene is expressed in all these cells, or these genes are constitutively expressed irrespective of the condition. Such genes that are always expressed are called as housekeeping genes. What are luxury genes or smart genes? Luxury genes are genes that are expressed only in some type of cells where its encoded proteins are needed. The protein products coded by these genes are involved in specialized function in that cell. Let us take the example of hemoglobin gene. All these cells, nerve cells, RBC, smooth cell, all these cells have hemoglobin gene in the nucleus, but the gene is not expressed in all these cells. The gene is expressed only in RBCs where it has a role. Such genes that are turned on only in certain cells where it has a role is called as luxury genes or smart genes. In RBC, you can see right here, this gene is expressed, the function is oxygen transport, and this gene is needed only in RBC for carrying out the function. These are some of the other differences of housekeeping genes and luxury genes. Housekeeping genes are functional in all types of cells, whereas luxury genes are functional in only certain types of cells. Housekeeping genes are expressed all the time, 24/7, whereas luxury genes are expressed only when needed and remain silent most of the time. Housekeeping genes, they are needed for essential basic cellular activities, whereas luxury genes are genes meant for specific functions. Housekeeping genes, it is not regulated as it is required all the time, whereas expression of luxury genes is tightly regulated by hormones or ligands. And genes coded for enzyme glycolysis is an example of housekeeping genes. All the genes involved in glycolysis, as the glycolysis is essential for cell survival, whereas in the case of luxury genes, examples include gene for antibodies. These are synthesized only in plasma cells. Hemoglobin genes, that is synthesized only in RBCs. Thanks for watching. This is biologyexamsforyou.com.